Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to the game where things don't quite make sense.
よーし、僕頑張っちゃうぞ。
Daru hunches over and starts typing out the mail, leaving me to input the forward address into the phone wave name subject to change. I sit in front of the X68000 and take a look at my watch. It's 6:55 p.m. No way to know if the phone wave name subject to change will operate at this hour. We haven't figured out the exact window yet.
あんた自身はどう考えてるの？
しつこいぞ。ゾンビの異名は伊達ではないというわけか。
The zombie.
意味がわからない。
ゾンビは死してなお人に襲いかかってくる。実にしつこいのだ。
冗談はやめて。こっちは本気で話してるんだけど。
Kurisu's glare is scarier than usual. I might have wet myself a little there.
俺は D メールの送信先が鍵だと考えている。すなわち未来からのメールを受け取った人間。その人間だけは過去改変の影響を受けないかもしれない。
They keep cutting him off. Actually, that hypothesis doesn't explain the mass disappearance in Akihabara. Of course, I still don't have concrete proof that the mass disappearance incident was related to D-mail. We'll never know unless we experiment.
ダルの実験が終わったら次はお前に D メールを送ってもらう。内容について考えておいてくれ。
嫌よ。
Kurisu replies emphatically.
私は送らない。
怖いのか？
そういう問題じゃない。
ならばタイムパラドックスのことを気にしているのか？
それもあるけど、どっちかっていうと個人的なポリシー。
A policy?
過去を変えるなんて卑怯な感じがするから。私がこれまでに蓄積してきた人生はたかだか18年だけど、それでもその記憶を改変なんてしたくない。
なるほど。今の自分は完璧であり不満はなく、だから変えたくないと？
なんでそうなる？これまでの自分を否定したくないの。たとえ失敗ばかりだったとしても、それを含めて今の自分があるんだから。
電話レンジカッコ仮が完全に問題を解決して実用化されても使う気はないと？ジョン・タイターがタイムマシンを好きに使っていいと仮に言ってきても、どの時代に飛ぶ気もないと？青い猫型ロボットが机の引き出しから出てきてもそれを使わないと？
A blue robot cat. Kurisu nods firmly.
使わないわ。
だが実験は大好き。そうだな。
好きで悪いか？
すなわち自分は高めの見物を決め、他人を実験台にしてほくそ笑む。実にマッドなサイエンティストだ。
Still worried about a time paradox?
Changing the past just feels unfair. For better or for worse, the 18 years I've lived up until now have made me who I am today. There may have been bad times, but they've been mine just as much as the good times.
In other words, you're a scientist. A mad one.
あんたね。
できたお。
Kurisu stalks towards me, but is pushed aside by Daru, who presents his phone with a triumphant grin. I take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. At Ferris Cup, enemy setup VLVVLVLL.
さっぱり意味がわからない。
Me neither.
フェイリスタンのカードの配置だお。見ればわかるだろ上皇。オカリンたちが疎いだけ。
Is he wanting to beat Ferris at the game? That would make sense. Yeah, well, whatever. Preparations are complete. If this works, the mail will arrive at Daru's phone 52 hours ago. The discharge phenomenon occurs normally. I close my eyes to shield them from the lightning and sparks. The D-mail was sent. Daru should have received it 2 days ago. However,
そのことをなんで
oops,
俺は
I think I cut him off. When I sent a D-mail earlier this afternoon, everyone else forgot all about it. If Daru's D-mail changed the past, then the present should have changed too. Daru should be the only one who remembers that he sent a D-mail.
過去変わった？
Daru looks around in confusion.
ちょっと待て誰も覚えているんだな。
え？何が？
今 D メールを送ったことをだ。
Daru nods. Then I turn to Kurisu. She answers before I ask.
覚えてるに決まってるでしょ。何バカなこと言って。あ、そうか。岡部がさっき言ってたことが正しいなら、私とあんたは過去が変えられた記憶はないはず。
So that hypothesis is incorrect then.
ダル、お前フェイリス杯でフェイリスに勝てたのか？
わかんねえ。
勝てたらフェイリスの手料理とか言っていたはずだ。それは食べられたのか？手料理とは何だった？
わかんねえ。しょぼーん。
I checked Daru's send history. As expected, the D-mail he just sent isn't there. I do, however, find the D-mail in his inbox. He received it 2 days ago, just like we wanted. This is the same thing that happened when I sent my D-mail.
もしかして過去は変わってないんじゃないの？
ちょっとマユシに電話してみる。
He's the one who's changed the past, yet he doesn't remember what happened after the change? That's odd.
あ、マユシ？まだバイト中だよね。あのさ、悪いんだけどフェイリスタンはそこにいる？うん、いるんだね。じゃあさ、ちょっと聞いてほしいんだけど、僕ってこの前のフェイリス杯でフェイリスタンに勝ったっけ？負けたっけ？え？負けた？誰が？フェイリスタンが？僕が？
Barely took 5 seconds.
瞬殺？そう。わかったお。
Daru's shoulders droop as he hangs up the phone.
その様子だと過去は変えられなかったみたいね。
What do we get? From Lukako. Mayuri-chan's obsessed with this anime called Rainet, so I rented it to see what it was about. I don't usually watch anime, and when I do, I prefer romance. But I found this anime to be pretty deep, even though it's aimed at children. I was so surprised. P.S. I was so engrossed in Rainet, I couldn't do any practice swings with Samidare. I'm sorry. What's the attachment? Oh gosh. Is this like a... What is this? Was that like a, what you call it? A transcript from the show? Alright, well let's ask her about Rainet. Or him, sorry. Now you're hooked on Rainet? Everyone around me is buying into this Rainet craze. How can it be so popular? Don't tell me it's an organization plot. Sorry guys, it was important. Honest.
なんで？オカリンは変えられたんしょ？
橋田が送った勝つための方法って必勝法じゃないせいじゃない？有利になるってだけで。
Yeah, maybe she found a way around it. I had the same thought. Ferris is supposedly a world-class player. Daru's time travel cheat may have not been enough.
最終的にフェイリスさんが橋田に勝ったから過去は変わらなかった。
Okay, that would make sense. So, if it caused a very... only like a small change but the results were the same, then maybe the past wouldn't get changed.
そうだけどさ、ゲームの過程は変わるじゃん。
たかがその程度ではダイバージェンスは揺らがないということかもな。
岡部が言うように もっとわかりやすく過去が変わったって確かめられる改変にしないと実験の意味がない。いえ、別にこの実験に賛成ってわけじゃないけど。
I guess the world line doesn't jump for every little incidental thing that runs interference.
I feel like we need to find a more objective way of analyzing whether or not we've gone through that kind of a shift.
Really?
Wait a sec. That doesn't mean I agree with what you're doing. I'm just saying.
いや、まだだ。まだ終わらんよ。
Daru starts typing another mail.
もう一度別のアドバイスを過去の僕に送ってみる。今度はもっと的確にフェリスタンに本気で勝てるようなアドバイスだお。
そんなにも勝ちたいのか。
むしろそれほどまでにフェイルスの手料理を食べたいのだろう。
オカリンの答えでファイナルアンサー。
Daru writes another Gmail. I don't bother checking what it says. I won't understand anyway. We activate the phone wave, name subject to change, and send the mail through just like before.
お
Nothing happens. No discharge. Usually, it happens 10 to 20 seconds after pushing the start button. The timer counts down to 0 without incident.
時間切れ？
おそらくな。
なんだよ。せっかく素晴らしいアドバイス書いたのに。
やむを得ない。実験は明日に持ち越しだ。
I checked the clock. It's just past 7 p.m. Looks like that's the cutoff.
昨日ホテルに帰ってからずっと考えてた。この電話レンジはどういう原理で時間移動を可能にさせているのか。
LHC と似たことが起きているのだよ。お前は言ったはずだ。LHC は巨大な電子レンジだと。
電子レンジが LHC と同等の機能を持ってたら、日本は一家に一台ブラックホールになるわね。
それは日本沈没ってレベルじゃねえぞ。
セルンがあまりに簡単にカーブラックホールを作ってるように見えるから感覚が麻痺してるけど、そもそもブラックホールなんて人工的に作れるものじゃないしとんでもないリスクのある代物だし、家庭の電子レンジがブラックホールを作れると思う方がどうかしてる。
Teeter's time machine is small enough to fit inside a car, and it makes black holes. Well, that's what he said at least. Now that I'm a little skeptical of Teeter, I don't feel like bringing it up.
一つ言えるのは、電子レンジ単体じゃブラックホールは作れないということ。この電子レンジに何かが干渉して電子を注入してきているのは間違いない。
An outside source of electrons. What could that be?
さて、私は帰るから、これ以上むさ苦しい男どもの巣にはいられないんで。また明日レポートをまとめといてね。
Kurisu flings off her lab coat and hurries out of the door. She was serious about the report?
ふむ。マキセ氏の着ていた白衣か。
No, Daru.
どれ？
Down. Bad dog. As Daru reaches for the lab coat to smell Kurisu's lingering fragrance, I grab him by the neck and pull down hard.
どれではないバカが。そんなくだらないことをしている暇があったら明日の実験でどう過去を改変するか考えておけ。
Good job, Daru. Well, it's a nice day out again. There wasn't anything to do after Kurisu left. I tried operating the phone wave name subject to change a couple more times before I went to sleep, but the discharge phenomenon simply would not occur. Now, it's the next morning, and I'm sitting on the bench in front of the Braun Tube workshop. It's still early, but it's already blazing hot. It's as if I'm baking in the sun. Sweat is dripping off my chin. We're supposed to be experimenting today, but not a single lab member has arrived yet. After waiting impatiently for a while, the first person I see is... Oh, wait, that sounds like... Is that Mr. Braun? Not a great way to start the day.
ずいぶん暇そうだな、岡部。
おはようございます、おかりんおじさん。
The Tenoji pair come riding in on a moped.
俺はおじさんではない。兄様と呼べ。
お父さん、どうしよう。
岡部、おめえうちの娘に何をふざけたことを吹き込んでやがる。
教育がなっていないのではないですか、ミスター・ブラウン。その子が俺のことをおじさん呼ばわりするのを何とかしてください。
You ever looked at those giant muscles he has? I'm pretty sure he could, like, knock Ocarina out in a second.
いいだろ別に。器の小さい野郎だな。なえ、こんな野郎の言うこと聞かなくていいからな。
うん。
The manager parks his moped and quickly enters the store. Sister Braun's about to follow him when... She turns her attention towards the end of the street and instantly brightens up. While at the same time, I get a mail from assistant. Did you write it? Have you written that report yet? For your information, I wasn't joking yesterday. If you blow this off, then you have no right to call yourself a scientist. Maybe this is too much for a freshman like you to understand, but writing papers is part of being a scientist. I don't like writing reports. Let lesser men worry about such things. I have inventions to build and discoveries to make. Get out of here, phone. I follow her gaze and see Mayuri walking this way.
おかりん、おはよう。まゆりお姉ちゃん。
Nai runs up to Mayuri with a happy smile. And without breaking stride, she jumps into Mayuri's chest.
なえちゃん、おはよう。おはよう。
Good morning!
Yeah, it's my Yuri!
They get along so well that you think they were sisters. Mayuri has the ability to get along with anyone, so it's no surprise. Nai avoids me and Daru, but she adores Mayuri, and always goes for a flying hug whenever she gets a chance. Daru sometimes complains about that. What a lucky girl! I wish I could jump into Mayushi's chest like that. No, wait. Maybe it would be better to have Nai-chan jump into my chest. His internal debate went on for hours. And nobody cared.
これあげる。はい、どうぞ。
Mayuri takes some candy out of her convenience store bag and gives it to Nai.
うわー、ありがとう。はい、おかりんにも。
She offers me some, which I silently accept.
そこに座って何してるの？
ラボメンが全員集まるのを待っているのだ。
おかりんおじさんは暇なの？
Why, you chipmunk? Do you have to be so blunt? One of these days, I'll teach you to respect me. Assuming that Mr. Braun doesn't come and beat your face in.
おかりんはきっとなんか難しいことを考えてるんだよ。ああ、そうなんだ。
Good job, Mayuri.
おかりん、おかりん。この時間だと電話レンジちゃんはビリビリしないんだよね。じゃあね、焼きそばパンをチンしてもいいかな。
ドアの部分を取っ払ったから温めるのは無理だ。
そうだった。
No, her sad face is so sad.
ちなみにね、おかりんは朝ごはん食べた？
いや。
だったら一緒に食べる？焼きそばパンは冷たいまま食べるとして、ラーメン缶なら湯煎で温められるし。なえちゃんも食べる？朝ごはん食べてきた。そっか。
Nye waves, then heads back inside the Brontube workshop. Lured by the prospect of canned ramen, I go inside the lab with Mayuri. The stagnant air makes the room hotter than outside. It doesn't improve much even after we open the window and turn on the fan.
ダル君とクリスちゃんまだ来ないのかな。
ああ、ラボメンとしての自覚が足りんな。
Just then, the sound of a braking bicycle comes from downstairs. When I look out the window, I see part-time warrior arriving. She immediately notices me, looks up, and waves.
ピース。トゥットゥルー、すずさん。椎名まゆり、トゥットゥルー。
They seem to have hit it off. Like I said, Mayuri gets along with everyone.
岡部倫太郎、タイターはなんて？
さあな。
I thought I dodged the question, but part-time warrior is persistent. Kinda like a zombie we know.
聞いたんでしょ？
聞いたが、奴の言うことが正しいかわからなくなった。
そうなの？どの辺が？
Why is she so flustered?
そうか。あのバイト戦士め、タイターオタか。
You're one to talk, Ocarine. I guess there's an otaku for everything.
クリスちゃんだ！
Mayuri leans out the window to wave her hand. Kurisu is walking towards the lab. That reminds me, doesn't part-time warrior have something against Kurisu? I look at Suzuha. Her expression has changed dramatically. Now, she's staring at Kurisu in complete silence. She doesn't move a muscle. It's like she's trying to start a fight with her glare.
It's Kurisu, everyone! Good morning, you guys.
Kurisu's pretty stubborn too, so she meets Suzuha's glare for glare. The two of them exchange a word or two in front of the building. You're ugly, so are you! For a second, I'm worried that they might start throwing punches, but that doesn't happen.
クリスちゃん、トゥットゥルー。
グッモーニング。
下のバイトと何を話していたんだ？
Kurisu shrugs her shoulders.
別に大したことは、言いたいことがあるならはっきり言えって。
I don't think that's nothing. She's lucky that it didn't lead to blows.
向こうは何と？
何も。悔しそうにうなってるだけだった。一体何なのかしら。
牧瀬氏の人気に嫉妬してるに決まってるじゃん、上皇。
Daru burst into the lab.
本来なら私がラボメンナンバー004になって楽しくみんなと青春する予定だったのに悔しいみたいな。
Sure, that's exactly what she's thinking.
ラボメンナンバーなんて好きなだけ譲るけど。
なんだと？ラボメンナンバーは某国において数千万円というレートで違法に取引されるほどの貴重な資格なのだぞ。
パスポートじゃあるまいし、そもそも某国ってどこだおい。
みんな仲良くいられる方がね、マユシはいいな。
Well, I don't really care about their little quarrel anyway. Only one thing interests me now, the mystery of the D-mail. And I think that's where we're going to stop for today, and I know we had some tips, so let's take a look. Canned ramen. Ramen packaged in a can like a drink. Sold in vending machines. Unlike regular ramen, the noodles are made of konjac. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And next time we'll come back and do some more experimenting. And I guess it's good that we nailed down another oddity of the time machine of how it could only work at certain times. So it seems around 7 is when you can stop experimenting. So that's probably a good thing that they figured that out. And maybe we can continue to learn more about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. one last thing. So, someone was talking to me about how, you know, for a visual novel, they haven't really seen any branches in the story yet. And that's because I was looking it up in, online and in my little booklet that comes with the game. The branches don't really start until about the 4th chapter, which we're in right now, I believe. And it's kind of hard to explain. Imagine a tree. That's the best way to explain it. Until the 4th chapter, it's all about the same. Then it can branch off a few times, but for the main part, the main story still keeps on going, and it can branch off after that. So I don't know when we're going to hit a branch, but from what I can tell, it's pretty dramatic, and you'll kind of know when you're making an important decision, from what I can tell. But those will happen soon, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!